Hello Gundam fans, this is Brown92, and today I'll be looking at the 1-144 high grade Banshee Gundam Norn Unicorn mode from the 6th episode of Gundam Unicorn. Now, it is basically the exact same Banshee Unicorn mode we've already gotten. It is slightly recolored, and it has a new backpack. The main backpack is still there, but it has this new piece here, and this part right here in the center, which is not super secure. It comes off way too easily in this mode. And another thing, it has a ton of stickers. If you're going to paint, it can be a bother, especially here. First off, you have the same as before. You got the navy blue one here, the red visor, the gold on the side skirts and the back, and the 6 on each leg, each side. So while that's enough, you also have 16 right here, because you got the gold ones tucked back here on every single protrusion here, and then 2 in the middle. So from what I can discern, this is going to open up into some kind of a main in destroy mode, because this is supposed to be a lion, which is going to be pretty awesome, I think. But back here, instead of giving us a gold plastic for the inner piece and a navy blue for an out piece, it's just one solid piece of plastic. Which I think it really could have helped with just another piece of plastic, but whatever. What do I know? It might have been a little thicker, but I don't think it would have been too bad. So aside from that, it's still as good as the other unicorn. It's the same it's the same model. So you still got the same pros and cons as before. It's still nice and sturdy. So it's not super different. And because it's not super different, basically the same articulation. Head up and down, forwards and back a little, rotates, arms forwards and back, and up and down at the torso, rotate, go out that far, rotate below the shoulder, one joint at the elbow, ball joint and wrist. The ball joint in the waist is actually connected into the chest, so you can kind of lift it up, separate it from the stomach, and get some movement there. It'll rotate. Front skirts are together, but you could separate them. Side skirts are on a hinge. The legs go forwards and backwards, separate from the waist. Oops. They'll go forwards. Not much back or out. Double jointed knee, but still it's only about a little over 90, I think. The foot up here can go forwards and back. And then at the ball joint, forwards and back, side to side. It'll rotate, but you gotta be careful. It just starts hitting all the leg armor. And that's about it. So you can get some interesting poses. Sure, it could be better articulated in the knees and the elbows, but it's what we've come to expect, so it's nothing new, really. And now, it still has the beam sabers on the arms, which you can have on peg and still hold it. And you still have 2 clear pink beams. Now you also have the extra 2 beam saber handles from the backpack, but you can't put them in here. However, you do have a lot of extra pieces. You can basically make a navy blue unicorn. You get the old V-fin, face mask, chest, collar, and the backpack pieces for the side and the beam sabers. So yeah, if you want, you can do that. Now, of course, you also have the beam magnum, but it has this extra piece here, which is I think called a revolving launcher. Now in the anime, it would shoot one bolt out, and if it hit the target, then it would explode. So it was pretty neat. I really wish if they had just molded this in like one piece, well, it's 2 halves. If they had molded the connector, the bar, and then this, the actual launcher itself, was a separate piece you could just slide in. Because it's supposed to be like a lighter blue, just like the ammo clip, and that's going to be a really hard thing to mask and paint. So it's kind of annoying. Still have the green sticker for the scope and the trigger finger hand, which pegs into the handle. Like that. And the most interesting piece of this is the armored arm, which it did use in the, well, it used a little bit in the anime, mostly to ram people. So it's got a sticker up here, two here, and two here. Not too bad. It's not too obvious. They're stickers. And it comes with two connectors, just like the original. You've got the one for the arm. And the inner piece is the same shield, which also came with the original Banshee because it's left over from the unicorn. So you just clip it onto the holes here. It'll rotate. It's not as secure because of the extra weight down here. It does come off a little too easily. But it'll stay. Just a little loose. And you can mount it onto its back. These little pieces can come out. They're not super secure back here, although they are sort of pegged together. Each half has little clips on each side. And then what you have to do is you have to take this new piece, which actually has the connector still. Well, you have to take this piece and peg it in here, and here, and then peg it into the lower hole right here. So now it's open, and now you have a new connector point. And so you'll take the piece that I actually had left in there, and you can swap out this, and then you can peg this into the backpack. Now this is more of a stored unit look. Now this is actually like a booster. So it flips up, opens here, and in the show it looked like there were like verniers under here, so it just held it, oops, it would help it go forward. But as you can see, it is really high on the actual model. So I prefer to have it down. And because it has that, if it would stay, but like I was saying, because it has that connector point, you can put the beam magnum onto the back. If you have this, if you don't want it, if you want like a beam saber in the hand and the shield over here, you can do that. So that is basically it for the accessories. It's got a new additional piece molded into the beam magnum, and the new pieces for the armored arm. It's not super different, really. I mean, compared to the unicorn, obviously the Banshee had the claw arm here and the cannon over here. Speaking of the claw, it does come with something extra. I have to bring in the my custom here. Now this is the claw from the normal Banshee when it's opened. Okay, it doesn't do anything. It's there. And here is the one they give you. Now it looks pretty much the same. It does have the, now this did have the clear orange before I painted it. It does give you stickers, so you can make it the same color as the actual the normal gold. But it is a little farther out, so it doesn't take up too much space. However, you can use ball joints on here to open it up. So it can basically reenact the scene when it went to take out the unicorn, open its arms, and they started vibrating, and it was pretty awesome. Just simple ball joints they added. That's it. They didn't have to give it, because, I mean, you've already got it right here. But the fact that they did, oops, I think is a really nice touch, and I'm definitely going to repaint this for my Banshee. My Purple Rain Banshee. So that's a really nice touch that they didn't have to add, and you can put it on here if you want. So I think accessories are pretty nice. They're not super different, but the addition of the extra claw is a very nice touch. Now, of course, I've already done some comparisons, but let's just show the old Banshee, because it is slightly different in color. The gold is actually more metallic on the new one, where the old one is more yellow. It's more of a, like a frosty yellow from like a Son Goku. This has more of a metallic look to it. which I really like. It does make it a little more, a little better, I think, compared to the original. Other than that, it's exactly the same, aside from the accessories and the backpack. And let's do it with the destroy mode, so you can see the height difference. And since it's still here, which it also, these two know each other very, very well from episode 4, the Delta Plus. So that is the Unicorn Banshee Norn in Unicorn mode. I do like it, but if you already have the normal one, the one that came out, was a year or two ago, it doesn't, I don't know if it has enough new features to really draw your attention. If you don't have the original one, but you say have the Unicorn Destroy mode, the Banshee, you might want it because it does have the new accessories and the claw arm, which you can give to the other one. But yeah, it might not be for everybody. But I still like it. So that's about it, and I'll see you at the next review.